Excellent. So thank you, Amit, for that presentation. I think it was really helpful for people to get a sense of, what we're doing this for, and how we're all volunteering our time to hopefully support and help people those in need. So thank you so much, Amit. I think that information was really helpful. So now it's my pleasure to introduce the next phase, which is the startup presentations. So what we're going to do here, we have 8 startups tonight, and I'm going to announce the order in which they're going to present. We will hear first from Lincode, CoSolve, Pentation Analytics, Artivatic, Condal, Sumeru Solutions, Wargo, and PRM FinCon. So hopefully everybody's on deck with their decks ready to present. So what's going to happen now is we're going to allow each startup about 2 minutes to make a presentation. And then at the end of each presentation, Amit will ask a question if he thinks it's going to be helpful to the audience, and then perhaps provide a very brief summary about what the startup is doing. And then we will try to move through this quickly. And once again, to remind you, we'll be pushing a poll at the end of each startup. If you're interested in learning any more information about them, you can just click yes, and we'll add you to that listserv. And if you're not, that's okay. The idea here is we want to get you the most relevant information that's going to help you. So thank you all for joining. And with that, it is now my pleasure to introduce Rajesh Iyengar from Lincode. And given that there's been a number of questions around manufacturing and how companies are going to address this crisis, I think it's a distinguished honor to introduce Rajesh, who's going to talk about meaningful ways to help you in production. Rajesh, are you ready to go?
Yes, thank you, Eric. Thanks, Amit, and thanks for the whole CorpGini for giving this opportunity. So I'm the founder and CEO of Lincode. We are AI-enabled surface defect detection for manufacturing companies. Can you see my screen?
You're audible, but we cannot yet see your screen.
Oh, okay.
Can you do the speaker view?
We can see your face.
Okay, I'm sharing my presentation. Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah. Can you all see my presentation?
Yes, yeah, here we go.
Okay, so we are an AI-enabled surface defect detection for manufacturing companies. So what it means is basically we do quality inspection for the manufacturing companies using artificial intelligence. So what is the need for Lincode currently in the manufacturing environment, especially given this kind of a situation is the regular challenges faced by manufacturing companies are like production bottlenecks. So they don't have a proper QA systems currently, which is either using machine vision technology or a manual inspection technology, which are like pretty old technologies. And the current processes are very labor intensive. So even if they have some kind of automation for QA, still they're doing a secondary inspection using manual labor and limited traceability. So there is absolutely no data to share instantly about what's the production and what is the defects in the production. And reactive process. So once if there is any specific camera is failed or a specific product is continuously giving them false positives, and that's when they go and react to that particular instances. So with Lincode AI solutions, what we have come up with is a patent pending solution where we inspect all products for different defects, basically like identification, OCR with text recognition, dimensions, colors, color variations, and various other defects in the manufacturing industry. And we analyze them in real time with microscopic precision at any conveyor speeds that they might be operating upon. And then because of this analysis, the client will be able to eliminate any future defects, and also use this data for their OEE process, which is overall equipment efficiency for manufacturers. All this we are doing currently without any major changes in the manufacturing process. So as I talked about manufacturing challenges, today what manufacturers are typically doing is they are using a primarily.
Wrap this up in next 30 seconds. So just kind of use the time to kind of go towards what the corporates can use you for today, and kind of ask what you want to
browser में explorer और direct app से login
Mir, you have to mute yourself. Yeah, Rajesh, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So currently machine vision has a limited functionality. So the AI and deep learning, which is what we use, has a self-learning capability. So over a period of time, the defects can be automatically recognized. And currently, it's a very expensive equipment, in terms of lighting, the cameras, the lenses use higher megapixels requirement. All this is not a need at all with our, AI-based approach. And currently there's a long deployment cycles, whereas, we have a very less deployment cycle, because of which things can go faster in the deployment, and limited data accessibility. So we have a comprehensive dashboard, which is what looks like here, and this is very useful for current situations as well, where the corporates can work from home and look at what are the defects which has happened, and even if they have a short staff, there is no need of a secondary visual inspection in our case. So 100% defect detection at a production speeds. And
Rajesh, I think we'll jump to the clients. Do you have a slide where you are working on a clients right now? Do you have clients? And what would be kind of, if I'm I own a manufacturing facility, is there a kind of a new infrastructure I need to set up? Can you answer that one in like next 20 seconds so that we can move on to the next question?
Sure. We have about 30 to 40 clients globally, and then we have done about 30 to 40 POCs and pilots. And yeah, so that can be shared one-on-one if required.
Sure, perfect. Thanks a lot. Thanks. That was Lincode, and I think this is a need of an hour, because if you're looking at, I think in the current panel discussion today, we did discuss about preparing for the next wave or preparing for the future. I think this is one way one could prepare to see that can you have an automation in your processes. Thank you, Rajesh.
Thank you so much, everybody.
If you're interested in kind of learning more about Lincode, we'll be doing a detailed presentation, as I said earlier during the intro. Please click the button so that we can set up those calls. Thanks, Rajesh.
Thank you so much, everybody. Please stay safe. Thank you. Bye.
And we're pushing the polls, as we said, after each startup. So right now, you should all see on your screen a question that says if you're interested in Lincode. So for anyone who has a manufacturing plant that's looking to improve efficiency when it comes to identifying product defects, then if you click yes, then you can get more information on Lincode. And we'll be sending these polls after each and every startup.
You get to speak more to Eric, because Eric, by the way, is also the co-founder of Lincode. So, okay, thanks, Eric. Bye. Bye, Rajesh. Yeah, let's move to the next one.
Excellent. And for the next startup, we have CoSolve. CoSolve, are you ready to go?
Hi, good afternoon. This is Shweta from CoSolve. I'll quickly share. I'll share my deck here online. Thank you for the panel, CorpGini.
Sure.
Okay, so CoSolve, it is a remote communication and engagement platform for teams. It is 10 times more effective tool than a video conference, than a texting platform, or an email system for teams, because CoSolve is a reward-based collaboration solution for team members. How it works is it credits team members on their inputs and on their performance, and these credits that they get, the points and the rewards that they get, they can be redeemed against a payout, an incentive, or a compensation and benefit scheme. So if you really see, if you're a business who's looking for speed and clarity of communication along with engagement for remote working employees, especially in today's work from home environment, CoSolve is a product you should be using hands down as compared to any other product that you could be using for communication needs with your team members. I'll quickly show you why we are superior than a video conference or a texting platform. So you can quickly see that this is one of the views and features of this product, which is CoSolve. This is a platform which aggregates every team member in your team, and they are earning points for their contributions. So when they post a question, they earn points. When they post a challenge or a situation, they earn points. And when they give a solution or idea or a vote to each other, they again earn points. So you can see towards left, people are earning points. They can redeem points. You can see here, they can redeem points. There's a leaderboard. This whole system is gamified. This whole system is designed to encourage participation, to know for the management what kind of challenges people are facing on the ground and what kind of solutions and ideas they are generating. So you can see there is this, for example, an idea map. The things that get missed out in a video conference, everything gets mapped here. So you can see on this idea map, there is a center. In the center, there is a question, and around people are contributing with their solutions and ideas. People can give pats on backs to each other. They can give badges to each other. Everything means points, ultimately compensation for them. And in fact, in today's environment where you could be considering a layoff of your team members, you can actually link these points to a salary structure or an incentive scheme as well. So your team members also stay engaged with you. This is a subscription-based model. We can do a detailed demo of this product and how it works separately with you as well. So overall benefits of co-solve to the management: know on-the-ground issues, get things done in time and faster, engage by performance rewards and lucrative payout. And to the employees, it's a beautiful win-win for management and employees. They can share, they have a platform to share their task-related issues. They can maximize solutions and ideas for successful implementation, and they can even track and get rewarded for their inputs. It's a beautiful win-win for the management and for the employee members. So I'll quickly show you where all we are deployed. So this is where we are deployed. These are the companies which are using our product. In fact, our pipeline is all the more growing right now because we are a communication software. We are in 100% demand in the market. So co-solve is plug and play. So you can just let us know how many members you want to subscribe.
I have a question for you for the benefit of all the audience. So is there a minimum number of employees you need for them to hire? So there is a recommendation that you need at least a 50 people team or a 100 people team where it kind of really starts creating an impact, or based on your experience with the customers?
Yeah, we prefer that there are 50 members at least, so that's when you really get to see the engagement happening. But we've had even 20 member teams use our product. But this product is originally designed for medium to large scale enterprises, but we've seen even small teams use it very effectively and efficiently, including our own team internally.
Perfect. I think that's a need of an hour where they can collaborate, and people sitting at various places can still kind of give their perspective and ideas throughout the day rather than just on that 1 hour or a one all hand call or a 1 hour meeting. So guys, if you're interested in learning more about co-solve, there is a button on your screen where you can say yes, and then we will be doing detailed demo calls for the people who are interested. Thank you.
Absolutely. If I have 30 seconds more, I can quickly run through the portal as well.
No, I think we will do it in a detailed demo. Sorry, we have kind of link of startup. So we'll keep that
Okay.
in the. Thank you.
Thank you so much, co-solve.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate the presentation. Next up, we have Pentation Analytics. Pentation Analytics. Are you ready to go?
Hello, hi, this is Kamal here from Pentation Analytics. I'm the founder here. And I just share my screen to put the deck out.
Yes.
Just a second. Okay, so I am having some difficulty in pulling up the presentation, but can I go ahead and walk through?
Yeah, just go ahead.
So Pentation markets insurance.
Or do you want to kind of fix that up and we can take you later and we can go to the next one? By that time, why don't you fix that up, and then we will we'll start again with you after the presentation. We can take the other startup.
Yeah, let's do that because Kamal, it's a little bit hard to hear you. So perhaps you can just check your Wi-Fi and the presentation if you like. So we'll definitely come back to you. Rest assured, no worries at all.
Yeah, sure.
For right now, we're going to move ahead to Artivatic. So Artivatic, are you ready to go?
Kamal, you will have to mute your, yeah, stop your video and mute your, yeah. Yeah. Yes, like.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hi everyone, this is Layak. So I represent Artivatic, and Artivatic is basically an insurtech platform. However, as an insurtech, we used to work with these businesses to enabling their agents and branches for their customers onboarding, as well as the entire journey to be completely digital. So we utilize our existing systems to create it recently a digital branch platform so that we can bring down the entire physical branch operations as well as the entire physical processes operations of the insurance companies on a way of as a digital branch, where starting from their document scanning through our cameras or remotely uploading the documents processing to the starting of entire verification processing, and including the video communication, speech communication for the agents, by which they can actually connect with the customers, their branches, their teams, as well as they can utilize our engines to share the presentations, discuss about that using our digital whiteboards. And we have intelligent APIs integrated with that so that we capture all the informations, emotional sentiments, and different kind of predictive intelligence as well, so that we enabling a new feature as well as the new way of looking how the insurance and the financial sector basically operates to their physical operations to be integrated completely. It's a very simple platform. We have multiple APIs that we try to integrate starting. So earlier they have a physical branch personnel, document processing, everything to be happening. Currently, we have changed that everything that just from our SDKs, cameras, or even by sitting remotely across the world, you can connect with the customers, send them a quick URL by which the customer can connect on the video, mobile, and they can put the documents, process anything, including the video underwriting, video processing, everything can happen. And entire processing is being taken by the Artivatic, starting from the policy profiling issuance to the claims management as well. In this process, we have done a quick digital branch. So this is where you can see on the first side, the entire branches can be mapped into the map, and all branches you can communicate. Even 5,000 branches, 1,000 branches, you can connect and quickly integrate, interact with them wherever they are. And you can discuss all the kind of analytics, speech, everything on that. Similarly, you can connect the entire processing of the onboarding, underwriting claims by the video and the remote access by the two-way communication of the videos and accessibility. Similarly, if you can see that we have whiteboard integration where you can discuss about your plans, your contents, explanations, talk with the customers, sharing the product, making the business planning, everything both internal and external as well. So this is what we're trying to do as a digital branch to empowering the internal communication and helping the everybody to get focus on their business sales and internal workforce improvement around that. This is what we try to do currently at the moment.
Thank you, like just one point that this is something which an insurance company will have to take so that the customers can take benefit of it, right? It's not the reverse way around.
No, it's the reverse way actually. It's the reverse way. So when I'm talking about the branches, I'm taking the entire branches to the digital. That means every branch, every agent can communicate with the customers. They can communicate internally. All three functions are there.
Yeah. So, but it is an insurance company branch, right? Not the corporate.
Yeah, any branch. Like you can say, like, say, what I'm talking about as a branch means that any physical offices can become a branch. Currently, we're applying for the insurance businesses, but over the period of time, it can be utilized for any physical offices. For example, like any company has a 10 different branches in different locations. They can also use the same system to make that happen.
So you're saying that currently you're using it for the insurance, but if there is a corporate who is who has say 50 branches, or they have a 50 maybe 500 distributors across the India, they can use this tool to kind of create a kind of an experience where the entire communication with the distribution network or entire communication with the branches they have in various locations can be done through this manner.
Exactly true. And this can also be utilized by the education companies for tutoring, anything, because we have integrated whiteboard systems as well. So anywhere
so all the APIs are into the one system. Got it. Like I think that was helpful to understand from that perspective. Thank you. So
thank you, everyone.
Guys, you will be getting a kind of an interest button. I think in this times, if you are the corporate, so it is a reverse way. You may want to think that if you want to kind of automize or kind of bring all your branches or distribution network, or maybe there are many jeweler stores to real estate projects. If there are like many many people who are there who have multiple locations, and they may be able to use this as a platform for kind of bringing that all together. Kind of, we can say, give the vote for if you're interested in knowing more about Artivatic. Thanks.
Very
Ryan.
good. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Amit, for the summary. Next up, we have Condal or Candle. You're going to have to tell me how to pronounce this. It starts with a Q and follows with an A. So I'm excited to hear. Candle, are you ready to go?
Yes, hi. It's pronounced candle. It starts with a Q because we didn't get a domain with C. So yeah, hi guys. This is Chayan. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Candle. We have been voted as one of the 20 best HR solutions globally. We are an end-to-end HR tech platform with 200 plus clients in less than 2 years, including Artivatic, who just presented. Some of the awards that we have won are just mentioned on your screen. Next up, so these are some of the clients that we have, including names like Quality Council of India, Shadowfax, Spinny, FlipLearn, Vidya Mandir classes. So we are completely sector agnostic. And we have clients ranging from service industries to manufacturing to factories. And this is some of the highlights about the company. Our vision is to be a global HR SaaS platform. We are doing around 250K USD in our ARR run rate, growing at 46% quarter on quarter. Experienced founding team. We had raised $1.2 million as seed funding. Okay, so now what are we offering? We are offering a remote work toolkit. So this is something that we developed to scratch our own itch, and of course, our customers also wanted it. It has 5 primary areas. So what first is work management? How can you manage your work better? Second is time tracking, for which we have screen tracking, remote attendance, timesheets. Third is performance and feedback. So this is all about communication, because we all know how important that is when you are working remotely. The fourth is organization communications. So while the third was performance and feedback, where you talk one-on-one, this is more about the internal memos, sharing documents, e-signatures. And one of the most important things, which I think a lot of us are missing now when we talk about remote work, is employee support. Employees are definitely running into issues, right? Someone may not have good internet, someone may, like maybe their laptop has conked off. So you need even a tool to help employees get up to speed and be able to do their work properly. So we are offering a remote work toolkit, which can go live in less than 4 days. The setup is absolutely effortless. And we are using it end to end ourselves to ensure that we are able to work and offer our clients the entire support and services without any disruption. And this is what we actually do. So this is the entire gamut of services that we actually have. I will not delve into it now. You can go to our website or just write to me at cm@candle.com if you want to know more. Happy to take questions. Thank you.
And it is a SaaS platform, and how many minimum number of employees do you cater?
So we don't have any minimum, but what we have seen is at least 30 to 40 employees is required for someone to actually start taking advantage of the system. Anything less manual work can happen, but we don't have a minimum. Our smallest client has 10 employees. Our largest client has 15,000 employees.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you have a
So
voting.
Amit, did you want to give a brief summary, or should we move on?
So we move on. I think he summarized it very well.
Yeah, I agree. So next up, we have Sumeru Solutions. Sumeru Solutions, are you ready to go?
Yeah, hi, this is Sonia here from Sumeru. I'll just start sharing my screen.
Great. You're audible and we can see your screen. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so hello everybody. I'm from Sumeru. My name is Sonia. So N-Tiger came into existence in 2016 when a group of bankers decided to come on the other side of the table and leverage their 75 plus years of domain and technology expertise to solve the problems they face regularly as bankers and to meet the changing banking scenario. To address the concern, we created a disruptive fintech platform using cutting-edge digital tools to transform the customer onboarding and collections management, which bolts onto the existing core banking systems. We've already in presence and being used by 40 plus clients across the globe. Our top global clientele include the likes of DBS, Bank of Baroda, IDFC First, Volkswagen Finance, etc. We also have a strong product partner ecosystem. The major ask of the customers today is to have paperless, quick, and easy plug-and-play modular system. And Tiger platform is completely nimble, secure, and robust. We are digitally ubiquitous. We are API ready for third-party integrations. We are also available on cloud. The product is currently up and running for the social distancing scenario. We are helping corporates to move seamlessly and onboard customers and collect payments from the comfort of the home of the field agents. So we have features which are video KYC verifications, configurable workflows till dispersal, and self-onboarding for customers. Click to pay, click to call features help the telecallers and the collectors to continue with their day-to-day activity of collections. We also do an audio recording of the calls for audit purpose. We've ensured that the corporates are prepared during this pandemic and we can jointly minimize the impact on revenue and increase the productivity. So we currently already helping our global customers to collect and sell better. And this is a short brief that we've given. I'm happy to explain more.
Just one clarification, if you can give.
Yeah.
Is this product available for the corporates in different segments? So can you kind of list down that what kind of corporates would be able to utilize the solutions? Are this, apart from the banking clients which you have, are the manufacturing companies, are the distribution companies, are the real estate companies can use this as a tool for making their receivables more robust, or just you want to give a little more highlight about how corporates are using your solution?
So the platform is basically currently designed for BFSI, but we already have clients in telecom using the same platform. So it is industry agnostic and even product agnostic, as if you can do onboarding for any sort of product, be it your cards, be it giving away SIM cards, for an insurance. It could be anywhere where you're selling and you have a touch point of selling. The product can be used, as well as a touch point for collections. So in a collecting scenario where you have collectors, the product can be used. It is majorly currently being used by BFSI owing to the experience and the background that we carry of bankers.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Perfect. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. So now we're going to move next to words ago.
If you're interested in knowing more about Sumeru, just kind of click on the voting button.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sumeru. Words ago.
Yeah.
And please correct my pronunciation.
It is Workzogo actually. This is Sanjay. Hi. Can I share my screen, please? I'm not allowed to. Yeah, thank you. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Go ahead.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Sanjay, co-founder of Workzogo. Workzogo has very strong roots in behavior science and behavior science and also neuroeconomics. And to create impact at scale, we have built a powerful and unique AI engine. In the 4 years of existence, we have won several awards, meaning last year we won NASSCOM Emerge 50. And happy to share that we are a scale-up partner of Capgemini and Microsoft. Coming to the problem statement, the problem which we are tackling is that of productivity. So many research, including research from McKinsey and Gartner, have assessed a 40% loss in last mile productivity. And this is despite all the good efforts put in by the corporate. So to deal with this, we have created a one-of-its-kind unique digital coach. This is for the employees and which is personalized. If I am onboarded on this, the engine will understand my persona, my needs and wants, and motivate me to act and demonstrate winning behavior and to get super results. So we already have 50,000 users across 30 odd clients, and we have built a very valuable behavior database, meaning the kind of which does not exist outside Workzogo. We are often asked, how are you different from, let's say, any of the CRMs? So now if you consider performance as an iceberg, CRMs provide information, Analytics engine provides what I should do next, the analysis of the past. WorkZogo fills the missing piece of motivating the workforce. That means taking all the information analysis and my intention to do well and convert it into action to get results. In most of our deployments, we have seen around 25% uptake in performance in terms of productivity, sales, collections, and those kind of things. And our idea is to shift the performance bell curve towards right. So as you can see, a sample list of our clients, including ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, TVS Group, Tata Group, RPG, Greaves, they have deployed and got benefit out of the product. And specifically in this current scenario of work from home, wherein motivating workforce is becoming very difficult, our product is getting a lot of acceptance in terms of remote management of the workforce. Just to answer some of the questions asked before, our smallest customer has 10 employees onboarded and the largest has 20,000. We are sector agnostic and work in the area of sales, collection, customer service, back office, anywhere where there is some kind of repetitive jobs. So I'll stop over here.
Can you just add one more point out there? When you say coach me on winning behaviors and trigger action, are the companies themselves required to kind of create those modules which will be there, or do you also have preset modules which can be used to coach or train? So can you give some clarification out there, because that is not clear to me at least.
So the only information which we pick up from the companies is the employees' KPIs, and regularly how they are performing. We don't take anything other than that. Everything else is created by the engine.
Oh, everything else is created by the engine. That is very interesting. So
we can.
You need to create a KPI, if I want to understand that correctly. So if we have, say, 100 employees, and if we have a clear KPIs of where we want them to take in terms of their skill development and learning and whatnot, we set those KPI as an organization. They come on the platform, and then you will curate a particular kind of a series of teaching or a learning for them to understand and kind of take them to that KPIs or measure those KPIs that they are achieving that. Is that the correct understanding?
No, it's even easier than that. So let's say there are 100 salespeople I have. I'm definitely measuring them on various aspects, like how much sales they are getting, how many meetings they are doing, and all those kind of stuff. We only want those KPIs and how they are doing on a daily basis on that. And the engine sends very daily nudges on various KPIs and motivates them to perform some action, and that's it. And we have seen around 20-25% uptake in performance in terms of sales or collection or whatever. And we can go live within 3 to 4 weeks time.
Good, great. I think this is a good tool for companies to have in this point in time, when they will be needing a lot of nudging to their employees once the market opens up and they would want to pick up on the sales they have lost during this lockdown. If you're interested in understanding more about WorkZogo, click on the button yes, and we'll set up more calls.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Agreed, Amit. And next we have PRM FinCon. PRM FinCom, are you on? Great, we can see your screen, but can't hear you.
But now?
Yeah.
There you go. The floor is yours.
Right. Thank you so much. So, in today's scenario, there'll be a lot of corporate clients who will be looking for loans, and they typically hand over a pile of paperwork as part of the loan application. And obviously they expect speed and efficiency from their banks and lending institutions, more so now than ever before, right? So, but unfortunately, the credit analysts are extremely overworked and end up spending a lot of time preparing the data than actually analyzing it. All the numbers that they get from the financial statements need to be inputted, checked, and analyzed as per the bank standards before a credit decision can be made. We all know that this can take days, sometimes even weeks. Now, Accelerator, XLRT as we call it, tries to increase the workforce productivity by automating all the drudge work. It automatically analyzes images, scanned PDFs, digital data, instantly creating in-depth analysis and visual reports for the lending team to act on. Now, while I'm talking about banks, you would imagine that today's scenario, even telecom companies are lending because they're extending credit to postpaid customers. Casinos do it all the time. Even corporates need to evaluate vendors when they are onboarding somebody, right? So Accelerate uses a series of AI models which have been trained on thousands of financial statements and bank statements from around the globe. And these are all self-learning models, which means that over time, they adapt to user preferences, since obviously there is a degree of judgment and discretion involved when you are evaluating financial statements, or bank statements for that matter. In fact, what we've done is we've gone end-to-end. While that is the extraction and the mapping to the standard financial statement analysis templates is the key selling point. What we've also added are a lot of features which would help increase the productivity. So you've got peer group analysis. You can benchmark the key indicators against peer groups, the industry, to allow for a more holistic credit decision. It can even take live data from accounting systems like Xero, QuickBooks, or Tally, so that while you talk about the pre-approval analysis, there's also the angle of post-dispersal monitoring so that you stay up to date with your client's financial health. And more importantly, there's always the opportunity to identify more cross-sell and upsell opportunities. This is just one of...
Just one kind of, I'm interrupting you in middle, but can you stay there and throw more light on two things whilst you present? If there is an existing corporate and we are talking about post-crisis scenario throughout the series, 5 days, post-crisis scenario, my personal view, there are two challenges which the corporates will see. One is that their existing list of customers where they're going to kind of go and sell, they don't know what is the risk in kind of receivables at their end. So they might take a kind of a really informed decision whether to sell that or not. And they will try to, in fact, in the panel today, Prakash did mention that, hey, we will focus on selling only to a select set of customers rather than selling everyone, because we don't know whether we'll be able to recover the money after the sale. So one challenge is selling, and the second challenge is kind of also receiving the money. So your tool will be able to kind of give industry comparison to kind of give a perspective on what is a likelihood of recovery from this set of customers. That is one. And two, you will also be able to tell that where should you go and sell more, where you have a more likely chance of first getting the customer and to getting the better recoverability. Is that something which your tool can do? And if that be the case, you may want to kind of give a little more insight around that.
Yes. So while we don't come with any preset data, we always rely on whatever data is either submitted by potential borrowers or the data that banks already subscribe to. Having said that, the platform is quite versatile in the sense that when you're comparing in the post-COVID scenario, it's going to be a big mistake if you just focus on the absolutes. Like, if typically a current ratio of a 1 or a 1.5 or 2 is considered a kind of stable, but obviously you will not get those kind of numbers. So that's where benchmarking against all the comparable numbers, whether it is the peer group or the industry as a whole, and how things are moving, if you can do that on a kind of a daily basis, I would dare to say. And that's, I think, going to be very crucial for everybody who's evaluating the changing scenario so on a daily basis. I think that's something that the platform can do. And you're right. I mean, even more than about identifying whom to lend to, I think there is a lot of initiative where financial stimulus from governments and different agencies is now being rolled out. There again, there is a need to expedite that, because I know for a fact that Switzerland is ensuring that you get money within 90 minutes of your application, whereas UK and France, they're still struggling to understand how to evaluate all the applications that they're getting right now.
Rupesh, thanks for the presentation, and we will take this during the detailed discussions with the interested ones.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Absolutely, our pleasure. Thank you for joining us. And now our final presentation of the evening our time, Pentation Analytics. We tried you earlier. Are you ready to go now?
Yes, this is Amitav Sinha. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll be presenting on behalf of Kamal. I am the solutions architect for the platform. Can you hear and see my screen, please?
Yes to both.
Okay.
The screen.
So penetration analytics, I'll come back to the details of the company. We started out in 1995, so slightly long back. So what are the solutions that we have on the the workforce productivity and the problem statements? So we have created different automation tools, especially for the insurance sector, because we are focused more on that. But the whole idea is that the statutory and regulatory compliance is taken care of, and the business insights are also generated so that people can work in a digital environment, not being able to go to office. The business as usual still runs. So what do we have? We have a proprietary platform which we call as BPM Suite for insurance. It has a data pipeline which has the capability of bringing in structured, unstructured data, both from real-time, non-real-time across various systems. And then it has certain, for example, certain workflows. It has workflows for customer acquisition. It has workflows for operation. It has workflows also for claims management, okay? I'll come to each of this detail. So in the data, as I was explaining, the data pipeline takes care of connecting to multiple various data sources, transaction system, and getting in data. So that's like one piece of it. And if once it is connected, it will keep getting data at predefined intervals. The advantage of this particular data pipeline is it is like single source, single place where all your data will be collected, cleaned, transformed, so that you only have meaningful data to work with. Now the data pipeline is available on the cloud, and it can be on the, it is available on the cloud, it is available on premises as well. So typically depends on where the customer prefers. It has multiple features. It's absolutely drag and drop, self-serviceable. There is no need for any IT to support. The business user can do it himself or herself. For example, let's say the marketing guy, the sales guy wants to run a model on the renewal propensity, can actually upload that entire file of policy files of the portfolio and can run the model and can get a prediction, as simple as that, and which are ones difficult to renew and which are easier to renew. And based on that, he can decide the campaign strategies on that, right? So that's a little more in detail, like single platform and then all that stuff. I'll quickly move on. Sorry.
Yeah, good. I was coming to the customer.
So this is a list of customers that we already have. We're on this particular platform. Pretty big names from the India perspective. We have almost like the large insurance players anyways. We are also part of the Hartford Insurance Hub in Hartford, Connecticut. So, our mentor there, Barbara Ingram, also had a very good things to say about us. Now, taking forward, this is the engagement model. So, as I said, so we do the data management. We do different advanced analytics like renewal propensity, customer lifetime value, cross-sell, upsell, etc. And we also help in digital distribution. So going forward, so this is one renewal that I was talking about. So we also take care of customer lifetime value as a workflow. So generally in insurance, what happens, the customer is acquired across multiple channels, and one customer would end up having multiple customer IDs. So the insurer also doesn't have one view. So there is no possibility to do a cross-sell and upsell. We take care of that as well. And we recommend what particular products can be sold, right? So customer retention I talked about. The customer retention feeds into contact center or call center optimization, because you need to understand the skill set of the callers to be able to call out.
Sorry, I would disturb you here. You will have to kind of close the presentation in next 20 seconds. So just kind of jump into the, what you can do to the corporates at this time. If you want to kind of touch base on that, it would be important.
So see, as I said, for this is a ready fitment for the insurance company. So if they want to jump onto the platform and then start their business as usual, we are absolutely ready, number one. And number two is the platform, the data pipeline platform itself. So for example, though we have built it out and rolled it out for insurance company, this is applicable for any industry. So the data pipeline is absolutely generic. It is capable of taking in data from different source systems. And if there are certain statutory, regulatory, or CXO level dashboard that need to be automated, so the data pipeline takes care of that. So that is that is an immediate feedback that we have for any company.
Got it. So we'll close this here. Thank you for presenting, and then we will have a detailed discussion with the interested corporates or the if we have an insurance companies in the, I'm not too sure whether we have them in the kind of audience today. So let's just see that, and based on the interest, we'll set up more calls. Thank you for presenting today.
Thank you so much. So this concludes our presentation of the startups this morning, your time, evening our time. So we just want to close out by saying a few words. One, thank you to everyone once again on the panel and the startups who are presenting and offering collectively their solutions to the broader business community. I want to once again thank our sponsors and our partners. It's been a real honor to share this time with you. And then Amit, I'll hand this over to you for some closing words for the day.
It's been a long week for us. We had 5 wonderful panel discussions. A lot of corporates have attended the session, and we've got some good feedbacks. We would want to prepare that. Looking forward to the final presentation of the panel discussion of this series tomorrow. You have on the screen once again what we have. Just one thing, please feel free to donate to the cause which we have taken now. So if you can donate to the Prime Minister Cares Fund, which has been shared in the link, we'll be sending you the details about this. There has been a request by many people to also send the details about the startups. We'll be putting down all that on a blog latest by today, and we will be sending you in the daily mail, which we send it across for the panel discussion, and you will get the links of all the startups as well. So with that, stay safe, stay at home. And I know this is a long weekend in India. And we have from tomorrow, Eric. So it's a Good Friday weekend. So stay with the family and stay happy. Bye. Bye from me now.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Namaste. Take care and be safe.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
Thank you.